Hello everyone and welcome to the Sew It Yourself Pattern channel. In this video I will show you how to sew the Juliet pinafore dress. We have two options how to start. Option A is that you cut your front piece, back piece and facing on fold. And option B, if like me you didn't have enough fabric, you can also cut the facing with a seam at the center. In this version the facing is cut with a center front and center back seam, and a 1 cm seam allowance is already included in the pattern. And for that, finish the center edges of both front and back facing pieces using a serger or a zigzag stitch. And after that, place the front facing pieces and back facing pieces right sides together and sew them together with a 1 cm seam allowance. And now you can start to sew. And now press the seam open so everything lies nicely and flat. And then place the lining directly on top of the dress piece with right sides facing. And pin them around the armholes and the neckline and keep the shoulders open. And now you can start to sew using a 1 cm seam allowance. And after you're done, trim the seam allowance at the neckline to help it lie flat. And then turn the top right side out through the shoulders. And repeat these steps also for the other lining and dress piece. And then give the neckline and armhole edges a good press on both the front and back piece of the dress, and then top stitch along these edges to keep the lining neatly in place. And I recommend to top stitch very slow to make it perfectly. And the next step is to serge all edges of the pockets, the length of the facing and the length of the dress, all side seams, the front, the back, the front facing and the back face. Use an overlock machine or a zigzag stitch. And the next step is to place the pockets accordingly to the pattern marking. The right side of the pocket against the right side of the front and back piece and pin them in place. And now you can start to sew at 1 cm. And next, flap the pockets and press them flat with an iron. And then top stitch the pocket edges close to the seam to keep them flat and secure. And before closing the side seams, it's optional, but I recommend it for beginners to secure the facing to the dress. This helps the facing stay in place. And the next step is to place the back dress piece on top of the front piece, right sides facing, and pin them together along the side seams, including the pockets. and the shoulder seams. And give the seams a good press. And now serge the shoulder seams. And for the length of the dress, measure 4 centimeters up and make a marking all around. And then fold the fabric up to the marking and press well with an iron. And do that step again by measuring up 4 centimeters and fold it again to the marking. And the final step is to top stitch close to the folded edge to secure the hem. And give the seam a good press. And you're done with your Juliet dress. I hope you've liked the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Thanks for watching!